You are manifesting your fears without knowing it. Every thought you assume to be true, every belief you hold about yourself and your reality, is actively creating your experience. This is not metaphor. This is how consciousness works. Neville Goddard taught that assumption is the cause of all that exists. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you are. And what you are is determined entirely by what you assume to be true. Your assumptions, not your desires, shape your reality. Consider the mechanics of this. When you assume something is true, your subconscious mind accepts it without question. It does not differentiate between what you want to assume and what you fear to assume. It simply says yes to whatever you consistently think and feel. If you assume you are unlucky, the universe arranges circumstances to prove you right. If you assume people reject you, you will encounter rejection everywhere. Not because the universe is punishing you, but because your assumption is creating the lens through which you experience reality. Most people spend their days assuming the worst. They assume they are not enough. They assume success is for others. They assume love is conditional. And then they wonder why their lives reflect these assumptions back to them with perfect accuracy. Your outer world is a mirror of your inner assumptions, nothing more, nothing less. The subconscious mind is impartial. It does not care if your assumptions serve you or destroy you. It simply manifests whatever you persist in assuming. This is why positive thinking alone does not work. Because beneath the positive thoughts, you are still assuming the opposite. You affirm abundance while assuming scarcity. You visualize success while assuming failure. The assumption wins every time. Neville called this the law of assumption. It is deeper than the law of attraction, because attraction implies you are separate from what you want, reaching across a distance to pull it toward you. Assumption recognizes you are already it. You do not attract love. You assume you are loved, and the world rearranges itself to reflect that truth back to you. Here is what most people do not understand. Your current reality is not happening to you. It is happening from you. Every circumstance, every person, every event in your life is the outward manifestation of your inner assumptions. You are not a victim of reality. You are its author. And you have been writing a story based on fear. When you assume lack, you experience lack. When you assume limitation, you experience limitation. When you assume you are powerless, you become powerless. Not because the universe is withholding anything from you, but because your assumption is the creative force that shapes your experience. The question is not, what do you want? The question is, what do you assume? Because what you assume, you become. What you assume, you experience. What you assume, you manifest. Your assumptions are not passive observations of reality. They are active creators of it. To change your life, you must change your assumptions. Not your affirmations, not your visualizations, your assumptions. The deep, often unconscious beliefs you hold about yourself and the world. When you assume you are abundant, abundance flows. When you assume you are loved, love appears. When you assume you are powerful, power is yours. This is not magical thinking. This is how consciousness operates. Your assumptions create the filter through which you perceive reality. And perception is reality. You do not see the world as it is. You see the world as you assume it to be. Stop assuming your fears are true. Stop assuming your limitations are real. Stop assuming you are anything less than the creative force of your own existence. Your assumptions are not descriptions of reality. They are prescriptions for it. Assume the life you want, not tomorrow, not when circumstances change. Now. Assume it now. Feel it now. Live from the assumption that it is already true. and watch reality bend to match your assumption. You are not manifesting what you want. You are manifesting what you assume. Choose your assumptions carefully.